See, I have to let this paint dry for at least an hour, they say, but it may take a little longer. I put a pretty liberal application on it, which is better. I mean, you don't want it too thick, but you want it thick enough to where you can seal it. See all these little crevices and all these little cracks in the fibers of the wood and the knots. You got to fill all that. You got to push it inside there real deep. You don't want it just staying on the top and then having raw wood exposed, because that's a weak point for moisture. So you got to seal it, and then you put your layers on top of that. Actually, it takes about two liberal coats to seal it, to seal raw wood. After that, then it's just protective barriers, additional film of paint layers. So ideally, probably two sealer coats, two primer coats, and then 3 or 4 top coats will give you good protection. I believe it's at least 4 mils. You want at least 2 or 3 or 4 mils thickness, millimeters. But yeah, see this old paint right here? There's probably debris in there from the wood, so I don't really want to pour it back into that container and corrupt it, because this is nice and clean. If I corrupt it, then I have to strain it with a mesh strainer, and it's a big fiasco. So what I'll do, so it doesn't cake up and dry up, I'll put plastic in here to keep it wet, to keep it from air drying. Then I'll wrap my little applicator in plastic, because if I put it in water, then I gotta wring it out. I use a 5-in-1 or a stick to squeeze all the water out of it. So anyway, so just a tip.